and welcome back to my channel. This is Katelyn from Katelyn Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my social media dashboard planner for the week of April 11th through 17th. I'm planning on using some stickers from my shop release, which is going to be happening today at 2 p.m. Central Time if this video goes up at some point in the morning. Otherwise, the new stickers are live on Friday, April 8th at 2 p.m. Central Time in my Etsy shop down below. So these ones are the Painterly Daisies. They're kind of a re-rendition of a design that I had in my shop before, which was the Dotty Daisies. But those were like a orange and yellow watercolor, and I wanted to do something a little bit more neutral. So they have like a fun abstract kind of brushwork behind them with the line art on top. So they're like a yellow and brown. I have both the clear and the paper, not sure which I'm going to use quite yet. And then I wanted to pair them with some navy blue, so I have Hustle and Heart right here. I have a few stickers left in this book that I think will work out. I'm looking particularly at this one that says Dream Big, Work Hard, and Stay Focused. And then anything else I can pull from here will be good in that navy blue kind of color palette. I might eventually need to pull in some other stuff from different places, but I think this is where I'm starting with. Pretty simple, yellow and blue. I like the color combo, so I'm going to go ahead and get this off of the discs and we will get started. So the first thing I'd like to do with this spread is just go ahead and get rid of all of these little headers that are over here on the left half of the page. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with my social media planner starting in June, which is like when the next batch of planners starts. And I'm not sure that I'm going to swap it out because I do have more pages left in this one that I could like plan with potentially. I do really like this neutral dashboard, but I was thinking about maybe going to a different layout altogether. I'm going to start with the sticker that I originally was drawn to, and I feel like I've normally been doing a cluster on this half, so I'm going to do my cluster on this half this time. I've been looking at, and I'm going to start with one of the paper ones. I don't know if I want to do the clear. So I've been looking at a very specific plum paper layout that I thought might be fun for social media. And I've seen it online, and I thought it looked good for what I wanted to do with it. It wouldn't be the same, like, days on this half, like, dashboard on this half. It's not like a dashboard, but it's like a, I think they call it like a quad layout. It's very hard for me to explain, but it's really cool. And I'm just kind of layering this one here. And I'll trim the excess off of the page and just use the other half of this somewhere else in the spread. And, okay, so this requires a little bit of explanation. So when Lupita and Em went to go wild, they ended up sending me, or I think Lupita sent me the box. Yeah, it has her name on it. Okay, Lupita sent me a box of Go Wild swag that had been collected over the course of the weekend. Just like duplicates of things that they had received or things they didn't want. And one of the things in there is a guide to all of the plum paper layouts. So I'm tempted to go get the little guidebook and show you what I'm thinking about maybe transitioning my social media layout to. I'm just going to do it. I shouldn't be talking about it if I'm just not going to do it. So this is the plum paper layout guide, and it has just like 1 week of every layout that they offer on their website. So I just want to show you what I'm thinking of maybe moving to for my social media planner. So it's this one, but without the lines. It's the quad blank grid layout. So I'm thinking maybe this is what I would do with my social media. I don't know, but I'm just kind of throwing it out there. If anyone has tried this particular layout or something similar to it, I know Cloth and Paper has one. I think I'm drawn to the plum paper one because it doesn't have the box with like the monthly view up here. It just has a blank space for notes, and that would be good for like a running checklist or something like this. I'm a little hesitant because of the colors, but I think it'd be a fun social media layout or just like something to try. So I've been playing around with that idea. So if anyone has experience with that particular plum paper layout or any other kind of social media layout that you're like, this has worked really well for me, do let me know because I'm always interested in trying new layouts. I saw a really cute one from, okay, maybe not a cute layout. I saw a really cute cover design, and it's always the cover designs that get me. I saw a really cute cover design from Simplified Planner, which I've never planned with them before. But I saw their, what was it? Charlotte Street? The cover design for that was gorgeous. So now I'm like, maybe I need a simplified planner. Although I don't think the layouts are going to work for me, so I'm trying to hold back there. Also really liked these monthly boxes with like the faux gold splattering on them, and I do not like this tiny floral that I just placed. So that's coming up off the page once again, and I'm going to play around with some of these smaller ones. I feel like they'll be easier to place onto the right half of the dashboard spread because they just don't take up the entire page. And I'm trying to think about like what's going on this week, particularly social media related. This week, the 11th through, I believe, the 18th is actually a boycott of Etsy. So I'm not the one who organized this. I am just like speaking to it as an Etsy seller, but there is a boycott going on because Etsy is increasing their profit cut. They have been receiving 5% of any sale as it currently stands, but they are increasing their percentage of the profit to 6.5% starting on the 11th. So orders placed on the 11th or after will be a steeper price, like percentage going to Etsy. It's not like it's going, as a buyer, it's not going to impact you, but as a seller, I'm making less money for the same products, which is a little frustrating. And you know, I've been like kind of playing around with the idea of moving to my own website for a while now. And this might be the one straw where I'm like, I just need to make that move finalized. It's just taken me so long to get set up over on Shopify because I'm worried about the taxes and the paperwork required to register things and pay sales taxes. I just don't want to get audited. And that's the nice thing about Etsy is because you're like a contractor for them. They fill out the paperwork or they provide you with the forms that you can then do your taxes with. So I like that, but there's a lot of things wrong with Etsy, and I feel like there's a lot of things wrong with any kind of selling platform. It's just kind of like picking the least evil of the evils. But I did want to like mention there is an Etsy boycott going on this week, and Em and I will be talking about it, I believe, on our podcast that'll be going live next Friday. So a little bit more insight there, but Etsy boycott's going on. I know a number of people are putting their shops into vacation mode. I personally will not be putting my shop in vacation mode because, you know, right after a release of new stickers, I don't think that's a sound business decision for me. And also, I've kind of come to rely on having that extra stream of income, and I know it's going to already be kind of reduced from this boycott that's going on, so I'm just going to leave my shop open, I think. And I asked on my Instagram stories what other people were doing about this boycott. Were you putting your shop in vacation mode? Were you doing something else? And there were a number of like responses to that story. So some people are putting their shops in vacation mode, although I would say about 85% of the people who responded to my Instagram story are not putting their shops in vacation mode. Most people are staying open or had not even heard of this boycott in the first place. I think it's a pretty small grassroots thing, if anything, but most people I polled are staying open through the course of this boycott. I did hear from a couple people who said they would be leaving their shops open, but they would extend their processing time on orders so that they wouldn't be packing or processing during the week of the boycott, and then just like not going on the seller app or going on the Etsy app to reduce their traffic. I had also heard from people who, and this requires the explanation of, if you put your shop in vacation mode, then it takes longer to like get back to your normal like appearance in searches afterward. Putting your shop in vacation mode kind of like disadvantages you statistics wise. So some people are staying open, but then they're going to deactivate all of their listings so that they're not purchasable. I've heard all of these different things from a bunch of different people, and I'm just like putting this information out there if it's of interest to you. But I plan to stay open through this week. I'm just adding some washi tapes in. I thought that was kind of fun. I would like to bring in another one, and I'm like, oh, this one from According to Allie is so pretty and so shiny, but it's a lot. And then this grid one I think will work better. So I'm going to combine like the washi stickers that I had just placed from the Hustle and Heart book with a little bit of grid print, and then I'll probably work some of it into the clusters as well. I think I like this one because you can see through it. It's not as opaque, so you're kind of getting a hint of that navy blue through the grid pattern. And then I'll do like a little swatch of it down here at the bottom of that. I think that worked well. I'm going to repeat that process on Sunday with a touch layered over this washi sticker. And then for this one, I don't want it to go over the text, so I think I'm going to cut it right at the line of the Trust the Process box. I'm not finding my X-Acto knife at the moment, so I'm just going to eyeball it and hope this works out. I mean, at least with the grid pattern, you can get a pretty accurate idea of where the lines kind of match up, and I think I did a decent job with that. So a little bit of grid washi added in, and I think that's a good touch. I think I want to do something a little bit different with this spread. So in the past few weeks, I've been using the top 2 checklists on this half as filming, editing, and then this one is like posting, but I'm going to combine film and edit on this one. I used to do this a lot more when I was, what was this box? Wasn't it colorful at one point? I can't remember. That's how long ago it was. Anyway, oh yeah, it was colorful. I hated that colorful box. Anyway, I used to put all of my things into this one checklist, and I think for this week I'm going to make it just a dual checklist and make this one a little bit more of a decorative box. So I'm adding some floral into that. I whited out all of the bullet points so that they wouldn't show through the stickers. I don't think they would. I mean, the stickers are pretty opaque, and the bullet points weren't like filled in or anything, but I just wanted to get rid of them just in the off chance that I needed to like peel things up and then like readjust. So I'm doing that. I'm going to put some kind of quote here, and I think there's some clear ones in this book, though I'm not a huge fan of the foils. This one is like a blue foil, and it's like a purpley blue foil, and it doesn't really match the navy. So I don't want to do that. I could go with the quote that is on this sheet. I want daisies in my hair, peace in my soul, and love in my heart. I was a little hesitant to go with like the brown, but there is brown. I put it in the polka dots, so that makes sense. And I'm going to just layer that one into here. I don't want it overlapping the bullet points I have on this list, because now that's going to be serving double duty. So I need all of the bullet points I can get over there. But I do need to find some little headers to cover those up. And I don't know if there's going to be any in this book. I did find these ones, which I think would work for something. I'm going to start by using one of them to label. I tried to combine layer and label there, and it was not a word. To cover up this box over here, just make it a little bit more on theme. It kind of encroaches on Monday, but I think that's fine. And then I could do the same kind of thing over here. I just don't know how weird that would look. It wouldn't be awful to just give it a shot, though. So instead of using my normal, like, skinny, tiny boxes, if I do 2 layers of this, I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see how this works out, and then I can peel them up in a second. So this is kind of what I was thinking. It's not the worst thing in the world. And I mean, it does match the color palette, so in the sake of doing things differently this week, I'm going to keep it. I will take the smaller daisy that I do have left to add a little bit of color over there, a little bit more of the yellow color, that is. So I'm cutting it, and I just want it to stick up from the top of this box. And then this one right here, I mean, I could do it down here, but then I get rid of my bullet point, which I don't want to do. And I don't want it in that cluster either. I'm just going to hold on to this for a little bit. And now I'm gonna go find my According to Allie social media stickers to layer. I'm doing it again, I'm trying to combine words. I'm gonna find them to label those boxes. In all of the new functional words stickers that I've introduced in my shop, I didn't make a social media one, and I am regretting that decision because the one social media sticker that I can never find, that I always need when I'm filling out these spreads, is analytics. I would love to have a sticker that says analytics. So when I make my own social media labels, I will have an analytics sticker. I just need to make the sheet, and that'll probably be in the next release. I have all sorts of ideas of what I want to do with the next sticker collection. There's some really fun neutral tones that I started playing around with in that spring cleaning sticker sheet, and it just got too close to the deadline where I'm like, I can't make any more with this. But next month, those blushy neutral tones will be back. And I just have a lot of ideas of what I want to put in the shop next month for May, and I'm probably going to start working now because May is when finals are, so the earlier I can get stuff done, the better. So film, edit, and post are all in place up there. I also grabbed the Instagram sheet for the Reels one, but I need to find a checklist that I can use to mark out Reels over here. Looks like I'm all out of the checklists I wanted, and maybe I don't need to mark Reels over there. I've been kind of marking them on the days that I'm posting them, so I could just keep them separate in this week and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I do want to find something to mark analytics though. Maybe some gold boxes would be good. I mean, there's like hints at like gold in the spread. Nothing is foiled, but like this splatter is gold, so it wouldn't be out of theme to put some gold over there. I also have these box stickers that I had printed for a previous catch-all spread. They're a brown tone, but I do think they work well with the creamy yellow of the Painterly Daisies. So maybe one of these will do the trick. I'm gonna work it into this cluster like that. And I'm like thinking, do I want a title on this box? I don't have any title stickers unless I do one of these, and I just don't know if that's gonna cut it. So maybe I just leave that as is. And then I'm gonna take one of these. And the one thing that I haven't been marking in my social media planner that I probably should be is like podcasts and like when I'm filming podcasts or recording. Always confuse those words. Recording a podcast or posting a podcast. So maybe a box for that would be useful as well, just to get that brown tone over on this half of the spread. And then on Tuesday, I want to ship out some Etsy orders from this current release, so another box for that would not hurt. Although I don't want it there, I kind of want it like up at the top of the box. So this one's gonna go over here. And now I need to find page flags or bullet points to mark all the different posts that are going on here. I don't know what color I want to pick, and if I can find the right color, that's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to go have a look-see and figure out something that'll hopefully match. I went into Blush in It looking for some of the cream tone, but I ended up finding this brown tone, which is kind of close. I mean, it's a little bit lighter than that brown tone, so maybe that wouldn't work. Black might be fine, because there is black in the lighting or in the writing and the outlining on the florals. We also have gold. Gold is tricky because you can't check things off on top of it, so I always tend to like stay away from that, but it is an option. And I can look in more sticker books too. I'm not just limited to this Blush in It book, but it was the first one that I found that had some in it. I also found Radiate, which has a little bit more of a tan-toned brown. I feel like it's a little less like trying to match this brown, but not exactly getting it. I think it's very clear that it's a different color altogether. I don't know. Maybe I should go with black. I feel like that's tried and true, and it's not gonna be an issue. But I also, like, maybe it's these brown boxes that's throwing me off. Should I just peel those up, replace them with gold, and then do gold bullet points? I think that's the best solution here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the brown boxes. I'll start by putting those gold bullet points into place and then decide what I want to do with the boxes, because now I'm kind of thinking maybe I don't even need boxes on this half of the spread. And this is still too far of a match. Okay, so I'm going to go with the gold ones and just go ahead and place these one per day. They're a little small for my normal like bullet point liking, but I think they get the job done. And lately I've been finding that I want to put in more as I'm kind of planning things out, because when I decide where the Instagram reels are going to go in the schedule, like those daily plan with me's, they oftentimes get stacked on top of a post that I already had planned for that day. Like if I want to put one on Sunday, I'm not going to scrap posting my catch-all to post a reel, so I'll just do 2 things in one day. And then I'm like, oh, I want 2 bullet points for that day. So it's nice to know that there's a lot of them in this book, so I can come back and revisit if I need to add in additional content when I'm planning. But right now, just 1 per day is a good like idea of where things are gonna fall. I try to do 1 post per day. Okay, so we got that going on. I don't think I need, I mean, I could do them for reels over here if I really wanted to. I'll put like 2 or 3 over here, depending on how many fit into this box that I already have set up. We'll just do 2. That looks fine. And it could just be like general bullet points too, like things to get done. It doesn't even need to be Instagram reels, which could fall on that side, and then this could be like a to-do list. It's so nice and flexible in this layout when everything's whited out on the page. And now I'm going to find a gold box to do analytics with. I do think the right half of the spread looks a little less cluttered with the box on like Friday and Tuesday, so I'm just going to let it be for now and just do the 1 gold box. I think that'll be fine. And plus the foil is balanced out with the bullet points, so it doesn't need to be balanced out color-wise like the brown ones did. And I think this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and pop it back onto the discs. Okay, all set up back in the planner, and I love the way the blue looks with the yellowy cream colors of those daisies. I think it's fun, and I think it's really springy. So I'm happy that this color combination worked together well on the pages, and I do think this grid washi tape kind of pulls it all together. So this is a fun spread using stickers from my own shop. The link is down below as per usual, and you can always use any of my reps codes to get you 15% off of your purchase. I'm looking at this as 1 daisy up here, and I don't think that's cutting it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that off the page like it never even existed. Okay, much better. But with that, I'm going to call it a spread. There you go. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Katelyn Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.